in love with you.
It's kind of... okay, whatever, it's good. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Paige. So in today's video, I am going to be teaching you guys how I edit, how I make my videos, my whole behind the scenes. I'm really excited to do this video. I love to edit. Editing's like my favorite thing in the world, and I've learned a lot from videos just like this and from exploring on my own, just like practicing. So I want to share with you guys some tips and tricks of how to make videos. So first things first, we're just gonna start off with like the basics. So equipment. If you're starting out on YouTube, definitely like using your iPhone is perfectly fine, and you just need something to edit on, whether it be like laptop or iPad, anything really. I used iMovie for a long time, so that's perfectly doable. You can create amazing videos with iMovie, but right now I use Final Cut Pro. I love it. It's $300 though, which is expensive, but like if you think about it in the long run, it's not really expensive. I mean, some people use Adobe, you have to pay monthly for that service. So I definitely think Final Cut Pro is the way to go, and it's not that hard to figure out either. But for my camera, the thing that I'm filming with right now is a Canon G7X Mark II. I love it. It's really like every YouTuber I feel like has this camera, but it's so good just because it's extremely easy and simple. It has autofocus. The colors are good. It's ready to go. So yeah, it's just really easy, so convenient, really small. You can take it anywhere. So I would recommend a Canon G7X. And then getting a tripod. You obviously don't need one. You can just stack books up a desk or a dresser or whatever. But I like to have a tripod so that I can move my camera around really easily and get a bunch of different shots quickly. It's just more convenient than having to find a place to put my camera every single time. And another thing that you need to have is an external hard drive. Very important. You need tons and tons of storage. That's the main thing. Mine is a terabyte. That's the size that I recommend to get, is a terabyte, because you never know if the external hard drive could crash or whatever it may be. You don't want to buy like a huge one. I mean, a terabyte is plenty of space, but you don't want to buy. I bought like a 3 terabyte one in the past, and then it broke, and it's just not good. I've not had the best luck with external hard drives. We can move past that. And so I can teach you guys how you can edit your videos directly off of the external hard drive and not off your computer, so that your computer isn't super slow and everything like that. So that's everything for equipment. So yeah, I'm going to jump right into the editing, I guess. So first things first is you obviously have to film your video on your camera, and then you take out the SD card from your camera, plug it into your computer, and then take that footage and immediately put it onto your external hard drive. Then you open up Final Cut Pro, do File, New Library, name it whatever you want, and then make a project. Name it what you want the video to be, and then import footage from your external hard drive onto the Final Cut Pro project, which is also on your external hard drive. So everything is going to be on your external hard drive. And when you have your computer without your external hard drive in it, you should not be editing. So don't open up Final Cut Pro, and whenever you want to edit, you have to plug in your external hard drive and go into your external hard drive and then click on the Final Cut Pro libraries that you have created. So that is a process that you need to get down, and you need a lot of organization. Just make sure you label everything. Just organize it in a way that makes sense to you. It is really important because you don't want to lose your footage, of course. So now we can actually start editing. This is when I take all my footage and put it into the timeline all at once, and then I do the rough cut, which I think is probably the most boring thing out of editing. It's kind of tedious. You just have to sit there and go through all your footage and take out everything that is not useful. Like whenever you're talking and you take a breath or something, or you pause, I like to take that out just so that the video has like a nice flow and it's like a little bit faster paced, which is what I like to watch. So you can do Command B and then you cut the clip and I just delete whatever I don't like, and that's way faster than like actually adjusting every single clip. Sorry the lighting is changing, but once you're done with your rough cut, then I go in and I put in the thing that I put in the beginning of my videos where it looks like an old TV screen is turning on, and then I put in my Paige Kathleen intro of like SpongeBob running across the screen, and then I put in my end slate just to like kind of block up my video a little bit. If you guys want a tutorial about how I make my like aesthetic intro template videos and stuff like that, I can definitely do that if you guys want. So I did switch the angle. I'm now wearing a sweatshirt, I'm in bed, and I have my laptop in front of me, which is a lot more helpful because I actually have what I'm editing in front of me so that I can explain this as best as I can for you guys. So now we can get into like the sort of nitty-gritty of editing. I'm going to show you guys all the different basic types of edits that you can make to a video. So first off, we're going to start with making a border on your video. So you take whatever clip you want to have a border around it, and you blade it off, and then you go to titles, scroll down to generators, and go to solids, or really whatever type of border you want. You could put a picture down here, you could put the same clip but with an effect on it, like anything really that you want. So then I take the video that's going to be showing on top of the border and transform it to like scale it down however much you want. So if you play the video back, it will look like this. Yeah, so you see how it has that border around it. Another thing that you could do, like I just said earlier, Command C, Command V, you take the same clip and put it under, and scale it back to what it was before, and then you go to the effects, and then you can go to Bad TV, which is a classic like aesthetic looking effect, and you put it on that clip and it looks like so. We can just V this, and whatever was selected and you press V, it makes it like not show up. So it would look like this if you have the Bad TV underneath. I think this is a really nice look. Alright, so now we can do some keyframing. So you can use keyframing to zoom in on something, and you can also make it to like move around. So I'll explain what I mean by that. So basically, you take your cursor and you put it wherever you want to start zooming in on, and then you make sure you're in the transform spot here. So it has that rectangle with that dot inside of it. I don't know how to explain that. And then you go up here, left upper corner, and you see this diamond, and you click that, and then all of this stuff will go orange, yellow, what color is that? A nice gold color. And so that means that the keyframe is gonna start. So if you want to make the movement go super quick, you can go to the right arrow on your keyboard and do 2 frame or whatever. Just click it however much you want, and then press the keyframe thing again, and then do whatever effect you want it to do. Like, where do you want the video to be now? I'm gonna say I want to scale it, and I want to go zoom in on my face here. And then you press done and say I want to move it more. So I press right over and over, however much I want. I'm gonna say I wanted that many frames. Then I keyframe it again, and then I want it to be zoomed out, sort of, but like moving over there. So then you press play and watch it back. You see how it does what I asked it to do. It zoomed in and went to the left. Oh, and if you want to just zoom in on something straight up, blade to where you want it to be zoomed in, and then just select that chunk and reset these keyframes, and then bam, just zoom it in however you want. I want it to zoom in there, and then bam, it zooms in there. Now you can do distortions. This is when I play around with the effects tab. I play around with this effects tab way too much, but the distortion, you can do a fisheye. That's the classic. And then you can move this around, play with the amount, play with the radius. It's really just like you being creative. Adding the fun house here, funny, make it a lot change the angle up. Wave is another good one. I like to make the amount a little less because it's a little aggressive with the wave on full blast. Underwater, let me show you guys. My favorite thing to use underwater for is text. So let's get a different video in here. Let's edit the video that is this video. I'll insert my favorite fonts just right here. I'll write their names in their fonts just so you guys know, and then I'll show you guys some effects that I like to do to the fonts. So I'll say, hey, how are you? You can change the size, make the tracking. Tracking usually makes things look nicer, so I recommend the tracking, more professional. Put it in all caps or not. And then the outline, change the thickness. You can change the color of the, I mean, this is like kind of self-explanatory. Change the opacity. I'm gonna make this blue. Actually, that's kind of ugly. I'm gonna make it, why am I struggling? I'm gonna keep it on white, okay, with the opacity all the way up. And then you can do glow. I don't use glow. I use drop shadow mostly and outline. Make a blur. I usually put the opacity up all the way. So yeah, that's kind of an ugly font. I did that fast, but just to show you guys, I do different things for every type of title normally. And so once I have this, I like to put the underwater effect on. And then the key with the underwater effect, I like to make the size big and then the speed down low so that it kind of just like wiggles like this. Very like casual, chill vibe. I like that. And I also, another thing that I like to put on fonts is prism effect. So I just type in prism. I think that looks sick when it's like that retro-y type of vibe. That's very cool in my mind. So just play around with it. This is where you can be creative. I'm telling you guys. Now we're gonna move into making the intro. And this is a life hack. This will change your life. It will make making intros so much smoother, and it's such a time saver. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to take all my footage, everything that I made from my rough cut, I Command C, and then I Command V it to the front of my video. And then we select it all again, and then we go up here to modify, and then we go to change duration, and then we press the number 5, and we press enter. And then bam, it makes this sick intro. It's like super fast and fun. I mean, in this video, I didn't have very many clips, but with a ton of clips and with a full video, this is insane. And it just looks so cool, and it takes negative time. Put a good song over that, and then put an effect. Yes! Put bad TV like every once in a while in that. Oh, so good. We can go over an easy DIY transition. So this is a classic, using the bad TV. So you blade wherever you want. Okay, let's say we want to transition here. We go a little bit before this and then a little bit after, and then we press bad TV, and then it looks like it's glitching when you transition between your clips. I'm trying to think what else I do. Oh, music and sound effects. Oh my goodness. I use most of the sound effects from the effects here that come with Final Cut Pro. And then as far as music goes, so for music, I go to thematic.com. So just look up Thematic, sign up, make an account. It's free. I download my music from that website. Most of it is copyright free. I mean, sometimes you have to put like a little thing in the description box. My knee just got exposed, sorry guys. You just have to put something in the description box normally of your video. Oh, another thing that I love to do with my audio is I go to the audio effects and I put the vintage radio effect on it. That makes it sound like all like kind of crackly and stuff, and I like that side of that kind of vibe. And then there are the times where I just look up YouTube, search whatever sound I want, whatever sound effect, vibe. I search up SpongeBob, background music. SpongeBob has the best music hands down. So I just look up the SpongeBob playlist and then I download all that music. So if you look up YouTube to MP3 and then you click the first link, then you can download it and then it shows up in your Final Cut Pro. And yeah, that's what I use for music. Hi guys, so I quickly wanted to share with you guys how I do my voiceovers. So I go on my phone, you probably have a phone, and I go to voice memos, classic app, and then I just press record and I record my voiceovers talking into my phone, and then I airdrop it to my computer. So it's not that hard. You don't need a microphone. You could also use the Apple headphones, they have a microphone on them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Sorry it was kind of all over the place. I really hope you guys learned some things. I can do definitely tons more videos to help you guys out with the editing. Stay tuned for my next video. It's gonna be super exciting actually. I'm really pumped about it. I've been working hard on it. So I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful? Isn't she precious? Less than one.
Oh my gosh. I wasn't recording my computer screen this entire time. I've tried to film this video too many times.
Oh girl, I promise it has to be gone, 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 gone. Okay, I promise.